Hi everybody, welcome to the Syllabus for Journalism 273. My name is Kellum and I am your instructor. So even if you have looked at the PDF online that is on Blackboard, I would like you to watch this. There are a couple of items in here that I did not go over in that document that you will need to take care of. So I know this will be the most fascinating syllabus presentation you've ever experienced in your life. So let's get started. Okay, everybody, let's look at our syllabus and go through this together. All right, this is Journalism 273. This syllabus is posted on Blackboard as a PDF. You can download it, keep it on your computer, or you can just refer to it on Blackboard whenever you want. It's very straightforward. This is the first page where we talk about the course description and the course objectives. The most important thing on this is my email, which is elkellum@olemiss.edu. So you can say, hey, Professor Kellum, or hey, Ms. Kellum, I have a question or I need something. This is how you get in touch with me. I respond very quickly. I keep an eye on my email pretty closely, so you should hear back from me very quickly if you have any questions or you need to set up a Zoom meeting. That is how we will get together. All right, so let's talk about the course objectives. Now, we talked about this a little bit in my Welcome to 273. Basically, what we're going to be doing in here is I'm going to help you think like a designer. So what does that mean? That means that I want to help you become aware of all of the messages that are going on around you at all times, all the packaging, all of the social media, all of those things. They are targeted in a very specific way, and I want you to be aware of why they do what they do. And I want you to be able to critically analyze what it is you're looking at, because graphic design is visual communication. They really mean the same thing. So visual and critical thinking, so you will know the messages that are going on around you. You will learn how to create your own, however form that takes, whether it's print or online or whatever it is. I want you to be able to do your own targeted communication. And I'm going to give you a design vocabulary, because designers must have a good understanding of the visual vocabulary of your target audience. So we're going to be learning all about these basic design terms, and then you are also going to be learning about how you use the certain design software of Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign. Now, I don't do very much in Illustrator. We only touch on that just a little bit. The main things we work on are Photoshop and InDesign. All right, let's talk about requirements. On the second page of your syllabus, starting in the upper left. So I tell you right from the get-go, this course requires a lot of work. And I'm not kidding. It's not hard, but there's a lot. And you really, really do have to stay on top of it. Please don't underestimate the time needed. If I tell you to start working on something, that means you need to start working on something. I build deadlines in to these projects, so you have these sort of road markers along the way. So you cannot start these projects the night before they're due. You just won't be able to get all the work done, and it will show, believe me. And everything that we do before we ever open the computer up, we start on paper, which brings me to the materials list. So one of the main things you're going to have to do this online class is a laptop or a PC. You have to have internet access, and you will also have to download Adobe Creative Suite software to your laptop or PC. And you are going to need a sketch pad or notebook of some kind. I prefer you don't use lined paper, like a notepad kind of paper. But as long as it is, you could use copy paper if you really had to, but it's just nice to be able to keep your sketches in one spot. All right, so let's talk about this software. As a student, a university student, you are able to get this at a discount. Now, I don't require you to get a textbook, but you have to have this software if you're going to take this class. So go to this website, adobe.com/creativecloud.html. And when you get there, you're going to see a tab that talks about students and teachers because we get a major discount. So when you click on that where it says buy now, you get this plan and it is $20 a month. And you will basically be downloading the apps of the ones you need. Now, I will tell you when we're going to be working in Illustrator, Photoshop, or InDesign. Depending on the kind of laptop you have, it may or may not support all three of them being open at once. So we will work from there. All right, let's talk about projects. We do projects in this class, and the reason I do these projects is to help teach you these design principles, and also it teaches you how to use the software. So let's start with major design projects. We do 3 of them. We do a resume, we do a poster, and then the last one we do is something called the UX UI, or user experience, user interface, which is basically us creating an app. So you can see how much these count towards your grade. So if you added all of this up, that is 60% of your grade in this class comes from major projects. So when we do these major projects, we have to do sketches before we ever start using the software. Then we do rough drafts, which we do with the software itself. And every major project means you have to type up in Word a rationale. So what's a rationale? A rationale is basically you telling me why you did what you did. Why did you choose that typeface? Why did you choose those brand colors? Tell me why you chose to do what you did, not because it's pretty, but because it somehow communicates to your target audience, or it is representative of the brand that you are trying to convey to your target audience. And we'll go over all of these things with each project. Don't worry. I'm not just expecting you to figure out how to do this. I'll show you exactly what I want you to do. All right, let's talk about minor design projects. We also do minor design projects, and they are not as involved, thus the name minor. So they go pretty fast. We usually take like a week to do each of these, but these are nice because they help contribute to your major projects. So the word mark is one, the first one we'll start with. We will also do a magazine cover, a magazine spread for print, and then the fourth one is designing an app icon. Now, all of these minor projects become elements that are included in or they contribute to your major projects. So we're not just doing something just for fun. We're doing it because, again, it's helping you learn the software. It's helping solidify those design basic principles in your head. And it will help you with your major projects. All right. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner, deadlines. I want you to be very clear about this. You have got to plan ahead. You must meet your deadlines. In the real world, outside of college, you don't get to keep your job if you don't meet your deadlines. Okay? Late projects in this class equal lower grades. If you turn in a major project a day or 2 days late, you lose a letter grade per day. Now, I make sure you know when all of the deadlines are. I make sure you know when everything is coming so there are no surprises. But you have got to stay on top of your deadlines. That's a very, very important lesson in life and in this class. All right, let's talk about quizzes because I give lectures and then you get to take a quiz on those lectures. And there will be 7 short quizzes, 20 questions. They will be on Blackboard. I will let you know when they are, and you will have a certain amount of time to complete them. Their purpose is to make sure that you understand the lectures that I just gave you on typography or color theory or design basics, any of those things. Now, I will drop, at the end of the semester, I will drop whatever your lowest quiz grade is. So the average of your top 6 scores will become your quiz grade. So how does that factor in? So let's look at grading. All right, so this is how it breaks down. Quizzes, your average of those top 6 quiz scores is worth 20% of your overall grade. Your minor projects, average of all of those, 20% of your overall grade. Those major projects are worth 60%. That's where the money is. So you really want to do well on those major projects. All right, now let's talk about some websites that we use in this class. These are going to help you. We're going to go over how you access this information right now. The first one is Box. We use Box. This is an online class. You have to electronically upload your work. And I will, of course, show you how to do this. You will see demonstrations. I'm all about tutorials. Don't worry, you will know exactly what to do, but you have to use Box. And the good news about Box is that is free cloud storage, and that is courtesy of the University of Mississippi. So I will show you how to access it in just a moment, but I want to be clear to all of you that you must save your work. Just get into the practice of saving your work to Box. Don't leave it on your laptop, or you might want to buy an external hard drive or jump drive or something like that that you can keep your stuff on. Because if there's a couple of reasons. One is if anything happens to your laptop, if you spill a cup of coffee on it, if you drop it, if somebody steals it, whatever, you leave it out in the car and it melts, whatever happens, your work, if it's only on that laptop, you have lost all of your work. And guess what? I don't give you a break about that because you should have been saving it somewhere else. I am telling you now, you have to save your work somewhere else. All right. The other thing is these Adobe software programs, especially if you have, say, a MacBook Air. I have a MacBook Pro, which is fine, but a MacBook Air does not have a huge hard drive. And these projects start to take up a lot of room on your computer. So you don't want to store them on your computer because they will eat up all your hard drive and it will make it harder for you to use it for anything else. It'll slow everything down. So here's how we get to use Box. If you go to olemiss.edu and you open up this website and you scroll down to the very bottom of this page where it gets dark blue and you see all the white words here, all the way down in the bottom right-hand corner, you see the word cloud storage. It is all the way down. It's the very last thing on the bottom right. Click on that. When you click on that, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this, and it's going to give you the option of 3 different cloud storages. You want to select Box. Click on that. And it will take you to this and ask you, "Hey, are you part of the University of Mississippi?" And you will say, "Why, yes, I am." And you have to use your web ID and your password, whatever that is, and sign in. And then it will take you to a page. Now I'm not showing you the whole page because I have a lot of stuff in my Box folder. But what I need you to do is look in the very upper right-hand corner of that screen, because you're not going to have a bunch of folders like I do, where it says New. Click on that and you'll get this drop-down menu, and then choose the very first option, which is Folder, and it will create a new folder. And then you name it and you put Journalism 273 on it. Now here's the other thing. You can use this for any and all of your classes. You can create a folder for each of your classes. You can create a folder for each of your projects, however you want to do it. But you need to make sure you have a folder and you keep track of what goes where. All right, so that's how you create folders in Box. And again, this is free, and you will be using it for this class. All right, here is the other thing that we use in this class. It is something called Envision. Envision is professional software, that it is a website where people actually design other websites or apps and things like that. This is industry standard stuff. And we, because we are lucky education people, we get it for free. So you need to go here using your envisionapp.com/education-sign-up. Use your Ole Miss email address. Don't use a Gmail. Use your olemiss.go.olemiss.edu. Use your Ole Miss email address. And when you go to this website, it is going to take you to a website that looks like this. And in the upper right-hand corner, you see where it says sign up free in pink. Click on that, and it will take you to something that says get started. Apply for a free Envision education license. Make sure it is toggled over to where it says student, not faculty, because you are not faculty. And the very first thing it's going to ask you for is a validation code. And here is that validation code. Make sure you use the dashes when you type that in. Now, again, this is free, and you can use it for any class you want to. I know a lot of marketing students like to use this for some of their other campaign classes and things like that. This is a super cool, very easy to use website. But the nice thing about this and using this code means that not only do you get this for free, you get sort of an upgraded version of it, and it is also valid up to 6 months after you graduate. So you could build up quite a nice portfolio with this. And then 6 months after graduation, you will still have access to it, and you can show people all of your awesome work. Now, here's why we use Envision. We do two things with it. Every major project that we do, we create a mood board, which is sort of like Pinterest, basically. I have you just look all over the internet, and I'll show you how to do it. But I want you to create a mood board so you have a way that you get your inspiration stuff going in this. And I'll show you how to do that. But the other thing we use it for is the last major project. We use it when we design our app. And you build all your different app screens in InDesign, and then we're going to export them into this, and then we actually make it an active thing that you can use on your phone. It's very cool. All right, the next page of your syllabus, this is all of the important university policies, student disability services, diversity statements, policies on academic honesty, class participation, the COVID-19 policy, and the counseling center, should anybody need access to that. It is right there. The link is at the very bottom on the left-hand side. My email is on there one more time, should you need it. And if you will notice in the bottom right-hand corner, you have to email this statement to me. And I've already received a couple of these from you very clever people. Copy and paste that into an email telling me that you acknowledge that you have received this syllabus and you understand everything because I've explained it so well. All right, so you must read your syllabus. I want you to email me that statement that you have read the syllabus. The next page is a class schedule. Now, this is me telling you basically what's happening from week to week. Now, God only knows with the state of affairs in the world today, but this is me trying to plan ahead and plan for the future so you can see how everything is going to go. We have a couple of less weeks than we usually do, so we're going to be doing our finals. I'm not sure exactly which day our final is on. As soon as I know, I'll let you guys know, but it's going to be before Thanksgiving. It'll either be the Thursday, Friday, or it'll be that Monday, Tuesday on the week of Thanksgiving. But that is when your last major project will be due. So you can see when things are assigned, you can see when things are due, you can see when there's a quiz. It's all here. And then the last page is just the university's academic calendar for fall. Just because you never know. You might need that stuff. All right, so let's review. We went over course objectives, the projects, major and minor, quizzes, grading, deadlines, the university policies, schedules, the calendar. You know that you need to get a notebook or sketch pad so you can have that. You need to download the Adobe Creative Suite. I gave you the email information for that. You know how to activate your Box.com account, which is free. You also know how to activate your Envision account and use that code in there that I gave you. And then you just have to email me your statement of acknowledgement. And that is all you have to do. So, all right, so we've gone over our syllabus. And if you have any questions, let me know. The next time you hear from me, I will be telling you all about the fascinating world of typography. All right, you guys hang in there, stay safe, and I will talk to you soon.